Dom here from Essential RC. This is the JCZK 300C Pro smart helicopter. Why is it smart? Because it has onboard GPS that makes it really easy to fly. And in this video, I'm going to show you just how easy it is for a novice pilot to get this in the air and to fly it like a pro. You get everything that you need to fly this smart helicopter in the box, with the exception of the AA batteries you need to put in the radio transmitter. But let's assume you've done that and that you've charged up the flight battery in the helicopter with the provided charger. Before turning on the radio transmitter, make sure all the switches are in the up position. Then turn on the radio transmitter by moving the power switch up. Put the radio transmitter down somewhere safely and plug the flight battery into the helicopter. Make sure you have put the helicopter down somewhere you would be happy for it to safely return to home and land. The first thing the helicopter does is a self-check. Once that is complete, you will see that the light on the flight controller will be flashing orange. The next thing we do is to move the top right switch into the GPS position. The helicopter flight controller will now be looking for GPS satellites. When it has done that, the light will change to solid green. Satellites acquired. Now we unlock the helicopter, and we do that by moving both sticks to the bottom outer edges. The light on the flight controller will flash green, and we have 5 seconds to move the right switch to the run position. It will take 5 to 10 seconds for the main rotor and the tail rotor to reach optimum speed, so just be patient and let it do that. When you can see and hear that the tail rotor has reached its peak speed, then you are ready to take off. So use the left stick on the radio transmitter and move it very gently up to take off. It is important to understand that both sticks on the radio transmitter self-center and are proportional. So release the stick and it will return to center. It's proportional, which means that the amount of movement you put into the stick affects the speed of the action related to that stick. So when trying to take off, put in very little up movement on the left stick. If you put in too much, it will jump in the air. And if you continue to hold in up stick on that left stick, then it will continue to climb. So once it has got into the air, release the stick into its center position and it will hover in the same spot. Now this is the main advantage of this smart helicopter. It has GPS. When you release the sticks, it will hover and lock into the same geolocation. Once we've got the helicopter in the air, to control it is very much like a stabilized drone. So here I'm using the left stick, moving it from side to side to control the yaw axis, or to rotate it left and right. On the right stick, if we move the stick up and down, we go forwards and backwards. If we use that left stick from side to side, the helicopter moves from side to side. Notice again, if I release the sticks, then it stays in the same position. This smart helicopter has some very cool features that will make you look like a pro pilot. So that top left switch has two other positions. Here I've moved it to the center circle position. And moving it into that position tells the helicopter to fly in a circle. What you can do while it's doing that is use the left stick side to side to rotate it, but it continues to fly in a circuit. You can also use it, that left stick, up and down to gain altitude or to descend. Move that same switch to the most forward position and it will fly a figure of 8. Move that switch to its original position at the back and the helicopter will stop and hover until you move the sticks and do a bit more flying. I'm sure you would agree that everything you have seen so far has been fairly easy, but landing is challenging and does demand some practice to get consistently smooth. So here you can see I'm hovering, progressively working it lower and lower, and getting as I get lower and lower, I'm getting more accurate with my positioning over the landing pad, just using the left down stick movement until I'm happy I'm right over, and then finally putting it down on the ground. So it's challenging because of the updraft, and there's nothing you can do about that. It's simply physics. It's just practice. You're going to learn how to compensate for it. After I've done that, on the transmitter, use the leftmost front switch on the transmitter and move that from run to stop. Put the radio transmitter to one side safely, and then don't unplug the flight battery from the helicopter until the main rotor blades have stopped. I will just quickly mention that during the flight, the radio transmitter battery voltage and the voltage of the flight battery is being monitored. If they should fall below safe levels, the helicopter will return to that home location and land. And from experience, it will land within about a meter of the location where you initially plugged in the flight battery. Also, if the connection between the helicopter and the radio transmitter is lost, it will do the same thing. It will come back and it will land at that home location. Bear that in mind. That is why the home location and where you plug in the flight battery is so important. Thanks for watching Essential RC. I hope that was helpful. See you again next time.